down here tonight at a public board meeting starting in like 5 minutes or less. A sneak attack. We're coming. Wilson, New York down here. Down here November 19th, down here in the town of Wilson for a town board meeting to expose some major corruption going on down here. And we're going to get to ask some questions and hopefully speak at public comments down here about their public abuse of funds, public abuse of power, lying to the state of New York, the Department of State, running a sham operation down here. So we're gonna go ahead and do some corruption exposing tonight. How you doing?
I don't want to get in your way, sorry. These power players.
How you doing?
How are you?
Camera says it's camera. We got TV here? Hey, yeah. Haven't talked to you in a long time.
Yeah.
How you doing, my man?
See if we can find ourselves a place up front here.
And now we're on their side. Right now. Yeah, right.
Shall we all stand to pledge the flag, please? pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Greetings and good evening. Welcome to our town board meeting. At this time, next item on our agenda is the approval of the minutes, October the 15th, 2025, and the town board meeting minutes, or correction, the town board workshop, November the 5th.
I'll make that motion that we accept both.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to accept the minutes, October the 15th and November the 5th. Next item on the agenda is the audit of the bills, November 2025.
$416,375.50.
Thank you. Communication agenda. At our last meeting, we did not vote to make the preliminary budget the final budget. There were two items that sort of held us up. One was the fire protection. That voucher came in real late this year. And also the vote sales tax with regards to the library. Those been added, you've been given a copy, you've had a copy for some time now. Is there any discussion? And if not, I'll accept a motion to accept the preliminary budget with the adjustments as our final budget.
I'll make that motion, we accept the preliminary budget.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor of accepting the preliminary budget as the final budget with the revisions? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The next item on the agenda for this evening is the Wandering Gypsy. Is there a representative from Wandering Gypsy here this evening?
I'm here.
Ms. Pepperday, do stand up, please. Identify yourself, if you would, please.
Sure. Go ahead.
I did have a chance to speak with your husband, Bob Pepperday, and I understand that you and he have been sick for a while. We, the board, had some questions with regards to probably about 4 or 5 items. I don't think it's necessary to regurgitate everything that we received in the email. So with regards to parking, how has that been addressed?
Like we indicated in the paperwork we sent 2 weeks ago, we have added additional lighting in our front parking lot and then 2 additional solar lights in the side field parking lot in addition to another light off of the shed that shines into the field parking lot. Our current parking lot is sufficient for our day-to-day business. However, we offer additional parking in the field when we do have larger events, which has worked for the past, we've been doing it for about the past 3 years now. We got a quote to try to do like a gravel parking lot over there, and it was gonna be over $8,000, which we frankly cannot afford at this time. So we've made the decision to simply plow a portion of the field when we are gonna be having larger events during the winter. There's usually maybe 2 of those max that we would need that additional parking. But that would be sufficient to have parking be contained on our lot. In addition, all summer, we have been, and I guess it started in the spring, we've been putting no parking signs on the road during any larger events to, try to have people refrain from parking on the road. All that's not something we can stop fully because we can't tell somebody they can't park there. We do put the signs up and we've had good luck with people abiding by them.
Okay. Ms. Pepperday, with regards to your plowing project for the parking lot, what kind of time frame do you have in starting that project?
I guess I don't understand the
When
question.
are you gonna start plowing that parking lot?
No, I was
The
saying,
grass area.
so I was referring to the winter months when there's snow. We can plow with a plow truck the grass area to create additional parking if we're going to have a larger event, so that there is another off-road parking area. So it has nothing to do with plowing the grass
Okay.
up. It's just simply creating another safe parking area that's off the road when we have our 1 to 2 events in the wintertime that would require that.
Roughly, how many vehicles can your lot accommodate with regards to parking?
Our main lot or our additional field?
Both, please.
My best educated estimate would be 150 plus. We've never filled it completely, so we've never been maxed out on parking, even on our largest events this past summer.
Okay. You talked about lighting, so I want to keep moving. How have you guys addressed the septic system issue?
Like we talked the last time that we met, the septic system issue is simply not an issue. It was approved by the Niagara County Health Department for our business that we carry now, which includes events that we hold. And they had said that it would even be okay for expansion of business. With that being said, if we have an event where we feel like our current septic, our current restrooms are not enough, we will simply rent a couple of outhouses for a larger event should we need it.
You mentioned the Niagara County Department of Health and
Mhm.
septic. Do you have documentation supporting,
I did not bring documentation with that today, and we did not include that in the paperwork we sent 2 weeks ago, because at our last meeting, Travis had indicated that he spoke to them directly, and that was part of that meeting, that it was accepted.
I believe the last time we met with them, I gave the town board, the documentation from Niagara County that they submitted to me with a letter saying that they were fully in compliance on that.
and you still have that?
I believe I can find it again, but I do know that I did hand it out to the board members.
Okay, very good, thank you. Refuge and disposal, what's the plan for addressing that?
Like we indicated months ago, in the springtime, we had a dumpster put on the property, so we have no issues with refuge and disposal.
And you have said throughout, you and or Bob, with regards to noise, no complaints. We have not received any complaints here at the town hall. At this point in time, I'm gonna turn it over to the board. If you guys have any questions, please feel free.
I have a concern,
Sure.
and my concern is in your write-up, you mentioned, that you wouldn't be able to do the gravel at this point because of the cost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that the cost factors if an emergency should happen and you need to do an immediate repair? Is the financial part going to be an issue?
If something happened and I needed to do an immediate repair, and if it was a safety kind of an issue, we'd probably just have to take out a loan, to be honest with you. I don't see how that would be, I don't see how that applies here necessarily.
I'm only stating it because you mentioned it in your
Yeah,
write-up.
I
that you don't-
can't afford $8,000 worth of a parking lot right now because we have an alternative where we can simply plow the grass. We need that out $8,000 to pay bills and buy kegs and be able to kind of do our daily.
I get that. I'm just
Mhm.
concerned if finances are gonna be an issue to keep the business ongoing.
Finances are not an issue to keep the business ongoing.
Any other?
I mean, I can comment, I've been to one of their events and the parking was adequate. I have pictures of it, I have pictures of the road signs that they put up. And, in talking to Bob, I asked him, I said, well, what happens if it gets muddy? He said, we cancel the event. I mean, they're not gonna put people at risk parking in there where they have to get a tractor or a tow truck or something. That's what was explained to me at the time, so they are very considerate of their customers.
Anyone else? Mike? Thank you.
Mhm.
To my understanding, with regards to the permit that you're going under the incentive,
Mhm.
we will need to send this matter back to the planning board because there's been just a couple of small tweaks. The planning board is meeting, I think, in 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. There's been just a couple of tweaks from the original application that was submitted. They didn't have any problems last time with it. At this point in time, we have no more questions to ask, and we just continue to move forward.
So, I was initially under the understanding that this would be voted on tonight. Now, is that something that the planning board will vote on at that meeting?
To my understanding, being that we're looking at incentive zoning,
Mm-hmm.
they should make a decision one way or the other. And hopefully in 2 weeks, you guys will have a solid direction.
We won't have a yes or no answer in 2 weeks, or, when you say a solid direction, that leads me to believe it would continue on even past the next 2 weeks.
Well, it's been going on quite some time now.
I'm aware.
Okay. We hope it doesn't have to go on much longer. But we're cognizant of the fact that we need to cross a lot of our Ts and dot our Is. So that's why we're moving forward a little slower, probably than you guys like. But once again, this has been going on for close to 2 years now.
Over 2 years. It's been
Okay.
2.5 years now.
So we're just trying to do it right.
So we go to the planning board meeting in 2 weeks, which if we could have the date of that, I would appreciate it. Is there anything that we need to bring with us to the planning board meeting in 2 weeks?
I'll touch base with,
You need to bring, I don't need to jump in, I'm just the lowly attorney. Just, your application was presented here tonight under section 130 of the town code. 130-5B to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
It's presented to the town board. The town board, I think, tonight is deeming it adequate to send back to the planning board. So the application that's presented before this board tonight goes to the planning board. Planning board will make a recommendation back to this town board for final approval.
And will that happen at another meeting, or will that happen?
No, the planning board has their meeting, and this town board then has a subsequent meeting.
Okay.
But this is the first time that this town board has actually deemed an application adequate to send to planning.
Right.
I know there's been a lot of cross currents with
Unfortunately,
boards.
communications just hasn't
Government,
been
well,
great, so.
There seems to be some forward movement, and I think we're gonna move from there, from this board. As long as this board sends it to planning by a majority vote, then that's where it'll go.
Okay. I do have one other question tonight.
sure.
Previously, Bob had requested a refund for 2 of the permits that we applied for. We applied for the permits because the town told us to apply for them and then later said we couldn't basically apply for them. One was a renewal and one was a brand new special use permit. One was $90 and one was $210. I was wondering if there was any movement on that at all.
Both permits or one or the other?
Well, I mean, the first one was a renewal for a special use permit because at the time the town told us we needed to pay to renew it, which was later decided that the town decided that wasn't right. And then after that, we were told we had to apply for a new special use permit. So then we paid the $210 and applied for a new special use permit, which also then the town said that that wasn't the route we should go or we could go. So we were just looking to see if there was any movement on that at all.
Mr. Pepperday, let me look into that.
Okay,
I'll be responsive to yourself or your
Okay.
husband, along with the date of the next planning board.
thank you.
meeting.
I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Anything else for me or am I all good?
Actually, I think you're good for this one.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
We need a motion, right?
We can do that later.
Okay.
Yes. we can do that later. Next item on the agenda, we do have down, we will need a resolution with regards to waiving a fee at the Greenwood Cemetery. There was some communication issues. When the burial was to take place, once again, there was more communications issues. So it became a huge inconvenience for the family. There was a decision made to waive the fee. So at this point, I will seek a resolution, once again, to waive the fee for the Hacker family at the Greenwood Cemetery. And what we can do is have a motion for this later on. Next item on the agenda is to bring the board up to speed. And Tim, I'm gonna let you address this with regards to the change in oversight, responsibilities, duties at the cemetery, reorganization there, if you would.
All right, well, there seemed to be a little confusion back a few months ago, or a month ago, about whose responsibility was what. So, Mr. Evans and I met with all parties, and we came up with a very viable solution. Travis was handling it as far as the sales and the timing and everything involved with the burials. The town garage was supplying him with some equipment to do some digging. There seemed to be some problems because some of the equipment wasn't available. Some of it was being used at the time, and it became a nightmare, and that's why, you know, even we're giving money back to somebody because of that problem. So, in talking to both parties, we talked to Travis quite a bit, and he has accepted the total responsibility of the cemetery. He will be like the cemetery manager. He will provide contractors to do the digging and the burial, or not the burial, but the covering and everything of the grave, the mounting of monuments, everything that involved with the cemetery. He was very good at getting contractors lined up to do the work that's needed to be done. And he gave that to us, and the amount of money that will be needed to supply these contractors was well within the limits of the burial fund. And because of the ongoing problem with sometimes not being able to get equipment from the highway garage will be totally out of the cemetery except for mowing and tree removal. If something falls down, things like that, plowing the roadway. And this seems to be a very viable solution to this situation, and we think it will work out fine. Again, the costs are all within the scope of the burial fees, so we think it'll work out. And both the highway superintendent and Travis both agreed to this, and we think it'll work.
Thank you. A quick question I do have, Christmas season is upon us. How are we handling the wreaths? I come and go out of the clerk's office and I hear calls coming in for wreaths. How are we handling that? If either one of you guys know.
Usually they order 50, and then as people call the town hall, they get ordered through the town hall, and in the past, we put them up, but if he wants to do it, it's fine.
I thought we discussed they were gonna continue putting the wreaths up in our meeting.
Jimmy wasn't in our meeting, I don't recall, or I don't recall. So will the town garage continue to put the wreaths up?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. But the orders are still coming into the clerk's office. Thank you. Next item on the agenda, you may not have it on your sheet or agenda form there. We will need to do a motion for a resolution for a continuation of the snow and ice agreement. We do get a reimbursement. Jimmy, that's from the state, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All the paperwork is filled out, but a part of the package, there needs to be a resolution for that. So we'll do a motion for the resolution to continue that agreement at the appropriate time. At this point in time, next item on our agenda is the public participation on agenda items. If there's anyone in the public who wish to say something, we'll give you roughly 3 minutes. My clock person is all set here. The floor is open for public participation, public comments.
This only pertains to things that are on this agenda?
Yes,
Is there other public comment on this meeting?
I'm sorry?
Is there public comment for stuff that's not on this agenda?
Not
this public
evening,
meeting?
sir.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I spoke to the town clerk yesterday, and she informed me that a situation that my husband and I are dealing with the refuse bin was gonna be discussed this evening. I don't see that on the agenda.
Okay.
Can that be discussed?
The refuge issues?
We have a refuse bin
Garbage cans.
that we've been trying to deal with since October 9th, and have not gotten a response.
Would you stand, identify yourself,
Yes,
please?
my name is Sarah Dixon. On October 9th, we received the first bill for the additional can pickup of 2026. I called to state that I was never told of this situation. The first person I spoke to said she would call me back, never did. So I called 2 weeks later, and you, Mr. Evans, yourself actually did get on the phone with me, said you would look into it, and did call me back about 3 business days later, and just assured me that your staff told me of the fee. I have been the power of attorney for 2 family members, executor to the wills of 2 family members, and I've dealt with my family's financial situation for 30 years. I would know if I was told something. So your assurance doesn't grant me anything. You don't have proof that I was told of the fee. So we asked if we could return the can. and explained that it had already been decided. You weren't going to be allowed to do that. So my husband and I took it upon ourselves to destroy the can so that there won't be a pickup. But there's still the matter of the bill that was sent to our house for next year's pickup. If I don't have a functioning can, I would like that fee waived. That's all.
Thank you. You had a matter.
Myself here?
Are you,
Yeah, I had something I'd like to speak about.
go for it.
Hi, my name is Dan, Erie County. My residency is Erie County. And I actually come down here to address a few things about this board that you guys are gonna be under investigation for about the haunted forest. And there's quite a few things that come to concern about this, about the litigation and misappropriation of public funds for you guys are fighting something on a technicality that should be settled a long time ago. You guys got, lying to the Department of State about your codes enforcement. He's operating without a license. There's a lot of stuff going down in the corruption here, and I just want to come down here and ask some questions like, is your Board of Ethics still investigating themselves and finding no wrongdoing? I've listened to some, I got a lot of depositions about you guys down here and some stuff, and I know you're a new supervisor and you weren't involved with a lot of it. I know you're new in here, but my real concern is the appropriation of funds. This is something that needs to be settled out, not being going back to court and litigated, and it's a losing matter. You guys are literally appealing on the public's dime here, this small town. You guys are literally appealing on technicalities. And then the thing's been refiled, so it's like, at the end of the day, you guys are a losing battle, just wasting public funds. And I guess my other question is, your codes enforcement, is he licensed, or are you guys still using Porter, or at least telling the state of, Department of State that you're using Porter, lying through documentations? And I have all these documentations, so this corruption's gonna come out, and this board better get on their gear about appropriation of public funds, because the lawsuit's eventually gonna settle, or eventually gonna get paid out, and you guys are just dragging your feet, causing a lot of unnecessary funds on the taxpayer's dime. And like I said, Supervisor, I know you weren't involved in that matter, because you're newer here, but I'm counting on you to do the right thing for the taxpayers in this situation. So that's all I got to say, and I just want you all to know you're all under investigation, and all those depths are coming out.
Thank you, sir.
Can I ask this gentleman a question? Who do you
No,
represent?
I would not.
Tim,
Okay,
Dan, thank you.
He knows,
I know.
he knows.
Dan, thank you. What did you say your last name was?
I didn't say.
Okay. But you're from Erie County?
That's my residency, yeah, Erie County.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else from the public? At this point in time, the public participation forum is closed. Report of town officers. Highway superintendent.
Highway Department, the plant culverts replacements have been completed throughout the town, mowing has been completed for the year, CHIPS paperwork has been completed and turned into the state. There's areas of Brayley Road between Randall and the borderline that the new pavement is breaking apart. I met with Midland and Amrise Great Lakes to discuss, that's the old Lafarge and Hokel. Next year, they're gonna replace the damaged areas, no cost to the town. Plow trucks are ready to go with plows and salters. The water department's continuing to check fire hydrants to make sure they are properly draining and not holding any water to freeze and break the drum. All 42 residents with the samples for the lead and copper project have been picked up and sent to Pace for their testing. Thank you for all the residents that helped out.
Thank you, sir. Town attorney.
Still continuing to work some active litigation. I think it's even referenced here tonight. And we're in negotiations with the Teamsters 264, they're highway guys, regarding our union contract, which expires at the end of the year. continue to negotiate, Supervisor, Councilman Kraft been involved, and we'll keep the board abreast as more developments come forward. But outside of that, nothing warranting further comment.
Very good. Thank you, sir. CEO,
For the month, I've issued 13 new permits, closed out 20. Right now, we have 70 open. I did 1 trailer occupancy, 1 STR inspection. Had 5 complaints, 4 sheriff call-outs. In this past week, right here this week, I've caught 3 contractors with no permits. And we have some future litigation with Kyle coming up in local county court. That's my report for November.
thank you, sir. Board members. Councilman.
I have nothing to report.
Yes, the Pitch Road contract, because right now, I was just talking to Jimmy, it's still too wet, whether they're gonna be able to dig and finish that contract this year, will be remain to be seen. We still have 32, garbage totes and 14 recycle bins for residents if need be. And that's all I have at this point.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Leggett. Nothing. Councilman Crowe. Very good. Moving on to motions. I will accept a motion to establish a resolution for the Hacker family.
Make a motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to establish a resolution for the Hacker family waiving their burial fee. That's been approved. The second motion, the resolution for the continuing agreement for snow and ice for our highway reimbursement. Like a motion for that.
I'll make that motion.
Go ahead.
I'll
there-
make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. That's pretty much all I have on the agenda. To the town board, there are litigating matters that need to be addressed and we need to be brought up to speed on. I will entertain a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make that motion to go into executive session.
I'll second.
Motion to go into executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. At this time, we will dismiss the audience. Council, you had something to say on that?
Sure, it's not just limited to litigation, there's ongoing union negotiations, but I would also put on the record that there are some invited participants into executive session who are named litigants in a litigation involving the town of Wilson, former Supervisor Doyle Phillips, former town clerk Diane Muscarell, our town code enforcement officer, former town councilman Robert Hull, and resident Mark Schmidtkins. I will also, and Diane Muscarell is also here, and on her behalf is administrator of the estate of her late husband, James Muscarell.
Which is named,
And also named in the litigation involving the town of Wilson, so, I think we'll invite all of them to the executive session, for at least a brief portion, to the extent that it involves, them in this litigation, and they're only in their official capacities, not in their individual capacities. Thank you.
so at this time, we'll be dismissed to enter into executive session. Thank you.
For the students, we'll sign the papers.
Thank you.
For the record, is your code enforcer licensed
I'm
now?
sorry?
Is the code enforcement officer here licensed now?
Our meeting is over, sir.
No comments whether he's licensed? Hey Travis, you licensed yet to be code enforcer? Huh? No comment? Whether you're licensed to do your job you've been doing? Lying to the porter about Porter, huh? All gonna come out, my man. All coming out.
Everybody's dismissed. Here, let's go.
Myself.
Thank you, though.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
The meeting's technically not over. They cook it juicy.
Right?
Bunch of crooks in here. Oh, how did we know this was gonna happen today? Little birdie told me this was gonna happen today. You guys know this meeting ain't over. Cook it juicy still.
How can I get juice to eat?
Because these are a bunch of crooks in here. We're about to expose them.
How you gonna do that?
I run a YouTube channel and do First Amendment audits. I audit these guys.
Really?
And what got is a code enforcement officer talking about codes violations and all the public. But you know what? Their code enforcement officer ain't even licensed to be putting out those fines and stuff. I don't know if he's licensed or not yet. You think if he was, you would have said yeah right now, wouldn't you? But what they're doing right now is they're actually going to an executive session. The meeting will open back up and they got to close it and let us know any conclusions that came in there. But what it is a set time where they can discuss things without the public, but they can't make any decisions. They can't vote on anything in there. And that's what is going on with the executive session. But the meeting's technically not over. But
Oh, what's your YouTube channel?
my YouTube channel is called Auditing Erie County. I'm going to come out here because I'm going to video them through this window because it's going to bother them. And it's my right to do so. This is great for their executive session. We got a front row seat of it all. They're discussing litigation against another shutdown of a pumpkin farm, guys, under investigation here in Wilson. They got people on their ethics board who are investigating themselves, lying on court depositions. We got the depositions, we got it all. We're here to let them know they're under investigation today. The attorney telling him not to answer my questions. That's funny. He knew who I was. He seen me outside.
Have a good one.
You guys too. That's my car out there. The QR codes on the car. Patrol. I filed cop cars.
What's your car look like?
The red one out there. It's like a marked patrol car. You'll see it.
I'm gonna go look you up.
Ava, now I'm going to be interrupting their whatever executive session.
What?
Now I'm gonna interrupt their executive session. Like,
Oh, yeah, with leaving?
speed
We
off.
don't know who this guy is, but he's interested in who we work for. This here codes enforcement officer is operating without a license. People don't know how it works. Most of these people that are here are just high schoolers doing this for a extra credit project. But after executive session, they have to close the meeting, and we'll get to talk to some of these guys some more. They might actually violate public meetings law and not actually close this thing officially. I don't know. The guy's asking who I'm working for. I'm literally wearing an AEC shirt. AEC News. They've locked me out of the building. They haven't closed the meeting yet. Look, we got these big old windows here. I don't know what they're doing in here discussing. I don't actually know if they can see me here. I wonder if they're gonna take it into another meeting room. I don't know where we're going. Meeting can't be over. They didn't end it yet. I wonder where they're going. They locked me out. The meeting ain't over. It ain't over. Nah, they gotta come back open and close it properly or they're violating meetings law, open meetings law.
That's between you and them.
It is gonna be between me and them. You better warn them. Meeting ain't over. Who do you work for? The Unified Court System? You're a police officer? Yeah? You better warn them they're about to violate open meetings law. This meeting ain't over. It ain't been officially closed. How are they gonna close it?
Everything you're doing is on the record.
Yeah, but they didn't close the meeting. They had to do it to the public. These fucking idiots are leaving. These guys just do what they want? For real? This meeting can't be over. Are you watching? No, listen. They just went into voted to go into executive session. Now everybody's going home. They're not even going to close the meeting properly. They're just violating open meetings law. The fucking constable's punking me like, oh well. He thinks it's funny. I'm live the whole. We're still live, and we're still waiting for the rest of these politicians to come out and complete this meeting without actually closing it properly. These guys are clowns, dude. They. Oh my god, you should see. I lit them up. There's people. They went to executive session with people from the litigation that aren't working here anymore. They're still in there. We're still live. There's still some. The constable is in there. I warned them if they close this meeting without doing it properly, there's going to be problems. We'll see if the constable is going to tell them. They shut the lights off in the meeting room. Yeah, nobody watches these. When nobody watches these people, they do whatever they want. All right, I'll talk to you later. He says he's a constable, but his shirt says Wilson Police. Doesn't say constable. For all you just don't know what we're waiting for. We're waiting for these politicians to illegally close this public meeting. They already closed me out of the meeting. And apparently they think they can just go into executive session and then leave and not close the meeting properly. According to the law, this is the Wilson Town Hall. Wilson Supervisor and Wilson Council members. Wilson Constable. They gotta leave sometime. They better let me back in so they can close this meeting. Boy, that constable's a piece of shit, you can tell. You can tell he's a tyrant, too. They're all under investigation as far as I'm concerned. There's a supervisor still there. These guys think they're gonna close this meeting illegally down here. This is the Wilson Town Hall with the Wilson supervisor and all the board members. They are holding executive session and they're going to close the meeting secretively without actually closing it to the public. The attorney's car's out front, so he's definitely not going to escape the wrath of doing this illegally. We're gonna have to ask him if he's got his bar license from the Cracker Jack box if he doesn't know open meetings law and he's a town attorney. We're down here just waiting them out. That guy at the end who was like, "Who do you work for? Who do you work for?" I was like, "Myself." And he's one of the ones who stayed in for that litigation. We're down here on that stakeout. We're waiting out these public officials. We got plenty of battery and battery backup. Yeah, this is an audit of the law. They're about to violate the law. We are auditing these government officials here in Wilson, New York, the town of Wilson. They are violating the open meetings law by closing the meeting without doing it to the public. An open public meeting. I'm like listening extra quiet to make sure they don't sneak out the back door. These guys are used to doing whatever the hell they want. You can see it. They're for a rude awakening. all yous in here chilling with me, hit that thumbs up, sticking out to the end. We're gonna confront them, and if they close this meeting wrong, we're gonna fucking sue them and take them into court. We're gonna do what they do to us. When we're expected to follow the law, so are these guys. So if they want to close this meeting illegally, then we'll bring charge to them, just like they do to us. That's what we do down here. Hit that thumbs up if you think we should bring charge to them for illegally closing a board meeting and laughing about it. Boy, that constable, I bet you he's a real tyrant. $450 of you waiting them out with me. We're down here. It's cold out. Just waiting them out. This will be interesting to see how it pans out for sure. You guys might not get a video tomorrow morning because of this. I thought I heard something back here. Don't you worry, guys. We got plenty of battery life waiting these guys out. We are waiting them out, guys. If you guys are just getting in here, we are waiting out this public meeting. They're about to violate open meetings law, close out a public meeting without actually closing out a public meeting. They went to executive session and locked me out of the building. And now, the sheriff just drove by. Probably nothing to do with this, but you know, he's here, not too far away. Waiting for that meeting to end so we can get back in and listen to the meeting end properly. Well, you guys are some true fucking patriots out here. We're freezing it out here together. Pretty cool. You guys are still in here. 450 of yous. I always say they're in the room halfway down the hall just before the fire extinguisher, right at that fire extinguisher. It's definitely cold out here for all you guys inside. Where are you guys watching from? Throw up your location in the chat. I don't know which one I would want to grill more. Yeah, I got a juicy story for you guys on this one. This is just, you guys are lucky to be here to catch a little glimpse of what's to come with this one. Well, we're all over the place. 76. I wish it was 76 here. It's probably, let's see if my phone will tell me what the temperature is where I'm standing. In Wilson, we're at 34 degrees. 34 degrees. I locked outside of the public meeting. I don't know if they're going to close it properly or not. They're probably hoping I'll just go home. But we will wait them out till midnight if we have to. I should have never left that corridor outside them doors. Problem is, I could see them so well through this window. Now they've locked me out. I think we can get in the corridor if I really got cold. But I'm toughing it out, guys. We're toughing it out for accountability. Hell, we're only at 70% battery. Fuck. We got another 3-4 hours worth of battery. I got a battery bank in the car. Shit, we'll wait them out till 2 in the morning. They gotta close this meeting. They haven't done it yet. We gotta make sure they, follow the law. That's my job. I know this red car behind me is in 1 hour parking, and I believe he was parked here before I had it. Oh yeah, we're here, guys. We're waiting them out. These public serpents, they're not going to get away with illegally closing this meeting without hearing about it. I do have some snacks in the car. Boom, 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 boom. I appreciate y'all in here. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up while we're waiting. We are waiting for our town boards to illegally close this town board meeting. And what do you guys think? Do you think it would be better to say that if the supervisor goes out the back and the attorney goes out the front, which one do you think is better to confront about this illegal action of closing this meeting unlawfully? The attorney, huh? Yeah, the attorney would be better. I could ask him if he got his bar license in a Cracker Jack box. He seemed to know who I was right away. See, we got a pretty good shot here where they're in that room. The attorney's got to go out front for sure. I know I seen him come in, and that's his truck out front. Oh shit, Scott from Florida, give me that overtime money, paying out that OT. My man. We are at the Wilson Town Hall waiting out these public officials to see them close this meeting properly or improperly. Then we're going to hold them accountable. We know they're still in there. Oh yeah, it's in depositions. Their code enforcer was not licensed to be a code enforcer, signing off on shit. And then when they had to go to court over the shit, what they did is they said that Porter, the code enforcer from Porter, did it for them, and he did it under their watch, and like supervised over it, and made up paperwork and sent it into the Department of State saying that the town of Porter did it. When they went to actual court and it was requested from Porter, Porter says, nope, never did that. Now the code enforcer, if he was licensed now, I don't know why he wouldn't have said yes just now. So it would make me question whether their code enforcer is licensed or not. But I don't know if these guys are stupid, but this constable here, man, he's on the list. He made my list. Oh, damn, another super chat, $50. Sean Hanson, my man, you guys paying out that overtime. Because with that stupid shit. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello? What do you mean, what am I doing? You had the opportunity to come. David Borsaki is the constable's name? He's a tyrant. Just me. Mm-hmm. That guy definitely looks old. Is he not the one who was practicing without a license? Yeah. Well, he said he's staying because he's part of the litigation, so to me, prove that he's. I asked him if he's operating with a code enforcement license now, and he wouldn't even answer. You'd think if he was, he would have said yes, of course. Yeah. Wait, so was this supervisor that's in there the one that was part of all this, or he's? That's up top. What number is it? That's like a town number or a cell phone? Alright. Will do. I gotta go get my winter jacket, guys. go get a damn winter coat. Stephen Fold, thank you for the super chat of $5. I appreciate you. It's getting cold out here, guys. I had to go get my winter coat. They're making me stand outside during the executive session. They locked me out of the building and they're not letting me in. They're gonna try to close this thing up without me, I think. It is cold out here. It says 34, but it's starting to feel colder. I did get a winter coat, so we're good to go. If any of you guys are wondering why we're standing here staring through a doorway, we are waiting out some public officials to close this board meeting. Maybe get some words with some of these officials. It seems to be just chilling here, waiting me out, or sitting in executive session, talking about how they're gonna spend the taxpayers' money to screw the taxpayers some more. Somebody just came in, pulled in. You're here to pick someone up. Maybe they're about to break the meeting. He's here to pick up someone. So the other day I did a full request on public records requests that were granted, filled, or denied. And Rosano, the mayor, told the Buffalo News that he just ignores full requests. So put a 1 in the chat if you think we should sue his ass for it. I reckon we're going to. LRV 9031. What's up? I'm filming.
I can tell, but why?
What are you doing?
Hanging out.
Why?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I just told you, I'm hanging out. What are you doing?
I just told you what I'm doing. What are you doing?
Huh?
I just told you what I'm doing. What are you doing?
I told you I'm just hanging out.
I told you I'm just filming.
What's that? Have a good night, dude.
Oh, weirdo. We got his license plate number. What do you guys think about that weird kid? He was doing weird shit in the back parking lot, driving around looking at cars. No, that's a neighbor behind me car that's leaving. No, that was me. I moved my car up here so nobody can mess with it. That's what that kid was probably sent here to do. Pulled the corruption cruiser into town. Of course, these public servants are trying to clown. Someone stepped into the hallway for a second. I walked away for a split second. You guys keep an eye on these pricks. They better not close this public meeting without me. Unlawfully. Hopefully, I fixed the microphone problem. I got a new microphone for all that popping and static sound that's been happening in the videos lately. Well, they definitely didn't leave yet because the attorney's car's out front and all these other cars are still here. We may have just heard a remote starter start one of these cars back here. I already warned them they're under investigation, then they want to go illegally close the meeting. You guys are going to be super pissed when you see what this town did. We're just scratching the surface. Wait till you guys hear some of these liars in depositions. They're code enforcer, enforcing code without a license. Can you imagine charging somebody for something without even having the license to charge somebody? And then one called out on it. No comment. No comment. Here we go. Let's go. Let's see it. We're going to find out if we're going to close this meeting or what. Oh yeah, they're going to open the meeting back up and close it properly. That's what I thought. What's going on? Open up the doors. It's a public meeting. It's not over yet. You guys are gonna lock me out of the public meeting?
some patience, my man.
Fucking stupid ass.
Excuse me?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
What did you
Get
say?
off me, you stupid ass. That's what I called you, a stupid ass. Don't you ever touch me again. I'll put you in a federal courtroom so fast your head will spin. You want to mock me out there like I didn't know the law? You ought to learn the law. You want to wear a badge, you stupid ass. Don't you ever touch me again.
Yeah, good.
I don't know, the constable wants to put his hands on me for free speech. I'm good, as long as he knows he can't put his hands on me for free speech.
Dan, we're trying to, let us finish up here. Thank you.
Take care.
See you, Bob.
I'll accept the motion to, come out of executive session.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to come out of executive session. Councilman Leggett, could you give me a time, please? Okay, excellent. While we're back into our regular meeting, there is a motion that we need to make. Got your times? Okay. The motion that's still hanging out there is to send the application of the Wandering Gypsy back to the planning board. There have been little tweaks and additions to their initial application. So in essence, it's a different application. So we would like the planning board at their next meeting to look at the application as it sits now. And then we'll move forward. Any other discussion on that matter? Very good. I will accept a motion to send the Wandering Gypsies newest application with the tweaks back to the planning board so they can review it and make a recommendation moving forward.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
One abstain. We still have enough to send it back. His notes. Very good, thank you. All in favor to send it back?
Aye.
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 Opposed? And then we have one who abstained. Very good. Motion carried. That's all I have this evening. Any other items we need to discuss? I'm sorry?
I have none.
Okay,
No, I
very
don't
good.
have anything.
I'll accept the motion to adjourn this meeting.
When will we get our copy of the budget, the final?
In the next couple of days,
Okay, great.
and we'll just stick them in the mailbox.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
very good. All right. Once again, I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to adjourn, carried.
I'll fill in the blanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Supervisor,
Yes, sir.
can I just make a suggestion? I know, I seen your format for the public meetings. Maybe make a section on there just for public comment on anything and for the good of the community, not just for agenda items. Maybe it's
Okay.
different section, just for, transparency in government. It's something I like to promote.
Okay.
And just one question, codes enforcement officer, we're licensed down here now?
You know I can't speak on that.
I mean, you got a codes enforcement officer who's not licensed, you're breaking the law at that point, right? He's forcing
Well-
code, like, it should be simple, question, answer, it should be like, yeah, of course he is.
Dan,
It's
right?
taken care of, yeah.
I have no comment, sir. I
All right.
appreciate it. Thank you.
We're
man.
under investigation, but
That's all
no,
right.
I was coming in here, I told this constable earlier that the public meeting isn't over until they, come out of executive session. He kind of punked me over there, and then when he opened up the door, he was being smart with me, and I called him a name. I can't remember the exact name, maybe punk ass or stupid ass. But
Okay.
then he hip checked me and grabbed my jacket like he was going to detain me, and I don't want to cause litigation any more litigation against this town than.
And we appreciate that, Dan.
But
Thank you.
this guy can't be putting his hands on people. He needs
No.
to learn how to talk to people better.
Okay, well,
You're gonna see the video, because I'm gonna send it, I'm gonna make sure it gets sent to you, the
Okay.
way he spoke to me about this meeting, like
Well,
I don't
once
know what I'm talking about, that's all I'm saying.
Dan, once again, we don't want to get into any litigations as well, so,
Yeah,
As you-
that's why I'm talking to you and
All right.
saying, you're the supervisor.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you, and I know you're gonna take care of it.
all right.
I think it was punk ass I called him, maybe. Because that's the way he was acting.
Well,
And so it's freedom of speech. You swore an oath to protect it, and this dude just take his badge, swore an oath to protect my right to call him
When
a
I
punk
get
ass.
shoved
Or,
aside when I'm opening
you
the door,
didn't.
that's
You
when I
hip
call.
checked me, and it's all on camera. It's all on camera. There's cameras up there.
There is.
And you grabbed me, all right?
Dan, thank
Not
you.
appreciated.
After you push me aside.
After you locked me out of a public meeting and make a mockery of it, I'll be watching you, buddy. I'll be watching you. And just like that, they were forced to close the meeting properly. You guys leave your comments in the comment section. I don't know what's with that stupid that constable dude is a tyrant. We're definitely gonna be watching him, and in the future we're gonna be watching him. Tell me I pushed him. What a punk. Another punk with a badge. Go figure, guys. I'm heading home. I may or may not get you guys a video out tomorrow morning. It is late, and I might be heading out to another town hearing in the morning about a 91-year-old lady. They're trying to take her home from her after they got her. She's got a contract to stay there till death, and they're trying to break the contract and use what do you call it? Eminent domain to steal this 91-year-old lady's house. Like, how much longer could she possibly have on Earth at 91 years old that they can't wait? So we might be covering that in the morning. I'll see you guys in the comment section. Of course, there's gonna be a next one with these guys, because this is just the start. We're just scratching the surface on this investigation, and I will almost guarantee, by the way that guard acted, that they were gonna close this public meeting illegally, and we just forced them to follow the law. So you guys leave your comments in the comment section. I will see you guys in the next one, possibly tomorrow morning.